Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's Down and Dirty is a little different because I'm back behind the camera, and we are here with BUILT-RITE Excavating. You guys are technically out of Cambridge?
It would be Lower City is our address, yeah.
Okay, so out of Cambridge, Ohio, these guys have generously looked me up on YouTube, asked to have me down to come operate, and I've spent the last 2.5 days with these guys. And so I wanted to give them a little camera time and let them kind of tell their story. So Wayne, if you want to fire off, how did you kind of start your company and how long ago was that?
Well, in '96 I started building post frame builds with my brother-in-law, and then it kind of morphed into excavating. I always wanted to do excavating. I always thought running equipment would be what I wanted to do, and building barns was a way to get to that point. And when the gas and oil hit in 2012 and 13, it kind of took away some of the good excavators, either made them get real big, or they were so busy they couldn't even. I had excavators tell me, I can't even come look at your project. Wow. And at that point I was like, it's time to do my dream. So I bought a dozer in 2012, and that was my first actual excavating piece of equipment, and just kept adding to it. And Merrick was always my operator. He was just natural. I could tell as soon as I put him on a piece of equipment, he was the one that was going to do the equipment and run it, because he just had the natural ability, the skill to do it, and I've seen nothing but growth there. So he's been with me through it the whole time, and in 19 I sold the barn business, and now we're solely excavating. It was just too big. I didn't want to run two businesses. I wanted to be on site.
And so on camera, I want to hear you say it. Dirt world is better than the building trades, right?
It's just I enjoyed it more, and there's so much detail in building a barn. I love building barns. I did it for, 23 years, and I love doing it. But it just was, I had 5 employees doing that. I had Merrick run the excavating. I couldn't grow my excavating business without getting rid of the barn business, and I had an opportunity to sell it. And so I did, and I've not regretted that for sure. Dirt work is a lot of fun. I really like my job. I'm on the job every day, and that's how I want to keep it. There's opportunity to grow this, and so that's, where does it go from here is what I'm dealing with now, pretty much. How big do I want to get and all that, so.
And so, Merrick, how did you come into the picture, and roughly when was that?
I'd say I started maybe 2012. I think he got the dozer about the same time he hired me, but I was hired on as building, not necessarily running dozer. And I was the low man on the totem pole, so yeah. I remember he would kind of do some dozer work on the side, and then I would do building. And he let me run the dozer for one of the first times, and his dad came up to me afterwards like, "Man, you did a really good job. Like, you just able to just go flat, like there was no humps." That made me realize, yes, I finally got my foot in here. I can kind of go with it. I had my own excavator at the time, and then he got a mini, and I felt like it was just better to get rid of mine and just focus on building his company. And
so what draws you to the dirt world? What really brings you enjoyment?
I love equipment.
Yeah.
And I like doing something and making it look really good with all your curves and everything, making it look really good at the end. Finish work, I love doing finish work.
And he's good at it. He's excellent.
So it's nice to hear you say positive things, and I don't want to inflate you too much, but Merrick also says really positive things about you, so
I appreciate that.
You guys can shake hands after this. So Wayne, same question to you. What really drew you to the dirt world? Because you're kind of unique there, that you started on the building side and moved over to dirt. What really drew you into the dirt side?
Just going back to, I grew up on a dairy farm, and I never liked milking the cows. I liked running the farm equipment. That's what I like doing. Yeah. And so being around equipment, and like Merrick said, taking a site that's rough, needs cleaned up. I love, Dad always cleaned up his fence rows. That was a project every winter, and to clean up a fence row or clean up a creek bank, and that was my favorite part of farming almost. So yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So as you've grown your company, what has been some of the more challenging aspects of that?
I would say probably investing in the equipment. I've not really struggled for help. I've kept it small, and so I haven't needed help. And yeah, just having a good right-hand man has made it a lot easier. But yeah, probably investing in equipment. And if it wasn't for the gas and oil, we wouldn't be where we're at, that's for sure.
Same question to you, Merrick, because you're in a little different position as you guys have grown and taken on some bigger projects. What's kind of been, as the guy that's primarily on the site, running the site, what's been the most challenging aspect of that?
I don't really know. What has been a little bit challenging is he goes out and bids them, meets the owner, and then I got to go make it happen. But luckily, we kind of are on the same wavelength. We know where we want to take the company, and we got to do a good job to do that. And
yeah,
and he's okay with, you know, like I never have to ask, oh, I shouldn't do this because it's going to take too long. But he's like, just make it look good and do it right. Like I never have to do that.
Well, that's in our name, and we're called BUILT-RITE.
Yeah.
Buildings switched over to BUILT-RITE Excavating,
Yeah.
and we're not going to do a bad job because we're going to take care of customers.
One thing I see in the future, getting employees, I'm not a teacher necessarily, and I struggle with that. If I can do it faster myself, why not do it faster,
Sure.
you know, and like,
Sure.
and yeah, I can see that being a struggle and something I need to work on. So.
You know, I know there's a guy that's got a pretty good YouTube channel for that, just FYI. Just send him over.
Yeah.
So final question for you guys is kind of, where do you want to take the company? What do you kind of see for the future? Are you going to kind of continue to stay in this kind of smaller space and keep things simple, or are you planning on branching out and really growing?
Yeah. At this point, it's definitely going to grow. I mean, we're small. There's only 3 of us, so I would definitely want to grow it. And whether I'm bringing Merrick in as a partner, full-time partner, or how I grow that. I got some sons coming up too, and so I want to pass it on to them if they want it. If they don't want it, then yeah, I'd like to grow it for sure.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I don't want a lot of employees. I like to be on the job. And so,
Sure.
But if I get back to where I'm at, where I was with the barn business, where I'm not even on the job at all, I probably won't be happy. So I know that, and I've been there once, and so I probably won't do that again.
Yeah. All right. I don't really have any other questions. Anything either one of you guys want to add? All right. Fair enough. Well, thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate it. If you got any questions for these guys, drop it below in the comments, and we'll catch you guys on the next Down and Dirty.